Hello, everybody.
Hello, it's Miracle Mom and Michael.
And this segment, you viewers actually know more about this segment than Mom and I do right now. You know why? We have no idea what we're about to talk about. But
You know
you,
what? But I have something I do want to talk about.
hold on, you have clicked on a link with a name, with words that we haven't decided yet. I don't know what it's going to be. It's probably related to what Mom's about to talk about. But the fact of the matter is, you know more about this segment than Mom or I do. So, click, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell, and like, and all that stuff there. All right, Mom, what is it? What are we going to talk
Well,
about?
I had an interesting reflection a few weeks ago, and I've been wanting to bring this up to you. It's something that I'm curious about, and it has to do with my near-death experience in March of 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I got to thinking, okay, in the twinkling of an eye, I left my body, and my spirit and soul and mind went into God's presence. And it was a period of 90 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to thinking, I know the experience. One, I can't describe in words. But then I got to thinking, okay, only God knows, why that happened. And then I thought, I was in His presence. While I was there, what did I receive from Him? Did I receive something? Did God give me something? And I don't mean He gave me my life back on earth. Was there something spiritual, something going on that I received? Hello?
You're asking me?
Well, I'm asking myself, really.
I can speculate. I mean, something did occur to me, but as you asked.
Well, that's kind of why I'm bringing that up. I've never, um, okay, there's a website. Well, there's an organization for near-death experience
Mm-hmm.
researchers. And I went to that website, and you can go in there and you can enter your experience. They give you this outline that you follow.
Right, right.
Questions you, huh?
I just said right, right.
Well, anyway, so, okay, my story is
Did you
on
do
this
that? Did you go
research
there
site.
and fill it out?
Yeah, I went and filled it out, and then you can read. There's thousands of
Right, right. Yeah.
stories of people, and I read and read and read and read and read, and I remember that in reading all of those, nobody ever questioned if their experience was genuine. No one ever said later, what did I receive from God while I was in His presence? No one ever said that. And the question just sort of popped into my mind a few weeks ago. Did God give me something? Was it an assignment? Was it a message? What was it? Discernment? What was it? I'm just kind of questioning that now,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have an answer yet.
Um, I'm gonna go with my first inclination, or as you've been continuing to talk, I've been kind of processing. I've been listening and processing simultaneously, and uh, some of the thoughts that have come to my mind are uh, the ultimate epiphany, or you know, once you learn that 2 plus 2 equals 4, you never have to process it again, right? It's just
Right,
the light goes on, boom, I know that thing. I know it now forever, right? You never
right,
ever have to recalculate if 2 plus 2 equals 4. You just
right,
know it. It's an epiphany that happens. And you might say that experience was analogous to doubting Thomas. I mean, not that you were doubting at all, but
Yeah.
you got an experience that Thomas required, right?
Yeah.
Like Thomas was like, I'm not going to believe it until I see him and touch him. And Jesus is like, okay, fine. See me, touch me. And Thomas is like, my Lord and my God. It's like the ultimate epiphany. And
Well,
you
it's
have faith, and yet you were given this experience with like, oh, yeah, I have no doubt whatsoever. Right? Now it's
well,
like
it's like I
confirmation.
don't. Yeah, I don't. What it means to me is I don't have to wonder about any of that anymore,
Right?
ever
Yeah.
again. There's no man on this planet that will ever convince me that God isn't real, because I know. I know that I know.
And an important
Maybe
point.
that's what it is. I don't know.
Well, an important thing that skeptics skeptics tend to discount experience, right? A skeptic,
Yeah,
like,
right,
I need some hard evidence, or I need like more logic, I need more, intellectual understanding and reasoning, blah blah blah. I mean, all those things are good and fine, but none of those things ever brought somebody to a saving knowledge of Jesus, right? It's
yeah,
and
right,
and so experience is undeniable. And I'm not saying we can't be deceived in our experiences. Like, we can be deluded. Just the mere notion of delusion is the fact is the reality of a person being deceived. But just because we can be self-deluded or deceived doesn't mean that's the norm, right? Like 2 + 2 = 4. I experienced that. I have that epiphany, and it's real, and it's true, and it's demonstrable. I have the experience of the epiphany. And as a Christian, there's no way to, you can't create a chemical formulation to prove that Jesus rose from the dead.
right,
You can't do a mathematical equation to prove and demonstrate that Jesus rose from the dead. It's just something that has to be experienced. And if he rose from the dead and is still alive, and that the transformation that has caused in people's lives through history, in order for them to write it down and to die for it, right? These are experiential truths. And so
right.
experience must not be discounted. It's actually the most important. It's the first piece of evidence, right? It's,
Yeah,
eyewitness testimony is the strongest testimony in a court of law. And what does that mean? That person experienced something. And so you have had an experience that confirmed what you already believed, and you
yeah,
lived to tell about it. That's your
yeah,
testimony.
for sure. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Does that work? Does that work for you?
Yeah, it works for me.
That I will come up with something?
And I don't want the listeners to think that I was searching for, some special gift. No, 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 it's not about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh, maybe now I can read people's minds now that I'm back in my
Oh,
body,
right,
or
right.
some garbage like that. No, that's not where I'm going.
But there's still the
It's
why.
just,
Like, there's a why. If God
well, yeah,
exists, everything has a reason, and
right.
so there was a reason, and that's all you're asking. What was that reason? You know.
Well, and it probably does have to do with testimony,
Yep.
So, anyway, okay, well,
That was a
that's
nice.
my topic.
Well, that turned out to be a nice topic. I had no idea what we were about to talk about, but but what are we going to call this? What are we going to call this segment?
Oh,
The twinkling of
I
an
wasn't.
eye. Uh,
Yeah, the twinkling. Yeah, that would be good.
the
Twinkling of
twinkling
an
of
eye.
an eye. There we have it.
And that.
See that all the viewers knew that before you and I did.
Well, you know what else? You
They
know that
clicked on the twinkling of an eye.
text.
We didn't even know what this was going to be called. They knew it before we did. All right. What?
Well, I was just going to add that day that you sent me those pictures that Kezia drew of that eye.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! Immediately, first she drew the one eye, and then she drew the second eye, and she had that twinkle in that eye, and I nearly fell off my chair. That was, you have no idea how that affected me.
Hmm.
It was as if she was saying, Grandma, I know what happened to you.
Hmm.
I mean, that's just how it struck me. In the twinkling of an eye, Grandma was gone.
Hmm. I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
I'll call you. I don't know when. Next week, sometime.
Okay, okay, sounds good.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye bye.
Bye.